Well, top of the sunshiny mornings to you, and it is new moon, so I'm going to give you a new moon message today. What are we talking about for you? So I'm getting these cards, which I tend to use for moon phases, and especially the new moon, I feel like they work quite well with the energy. So I want you to just think about wiping a slate clean. What does that mean for you? And what would you like to know? I don't know why I'm seeing a spine. I'm seeing somebody's backbone or spine. I don't know if somebody's going for like spinal surgery today or has been. But there's something about that to do with the vertebrae of the spine. So do let me know. That might be confirmation, like really listen to this message if that's for you. So, what is your new moon intention? What are we doing? We are awakening. And then I have commit on the bottom there as well, which I could not unsee there because I've literally just done a message about commitment. And you're awakening to what you need to commit to. There's something about that. And over the past 2 weeks, I feel like there's been a lot of emotion coming out of you that you might not even know where it's coming from, but you're just sort of like, I just feel really emotional. And you might have been putting it down to hormones, especially if you're female. You might be sort of like, oh, it's just, I'm heading for that kind of time of life or something. But no, it's not. It's actually you accepting feelings, accepting emotions, and not everything having to be like, if you cry, then that really means something bad, or that you have to go retail therapy or something like that. It's like you're just sitting with the feelings that you're getting and being a bit more accepting of them. And that's helping you to awaken to actually what is for you. I'm seeing this pier there as well, which is making me think of like Bournemouth or, I don't know, Blackpool, that kind of places. So somebody may be going to like a seaside place very soon, or maybe you're even doing that today. You're going somewhere and just enjoying some time for yourself. And some of you may actually be going on your own to these places. So especially like we align that with, I don't know, recovering from surgery or something like that. You're taking yourself to have some time. Maybe you've hit the point of recovery where you need to get out and about a bit more, and it actually feels really nice. So I feel like somebody might be doing that today, is just having a day. I can taste ice cream as well. So perhaps you're having an ice cream. Yeah, Isa. Now, whatever's happened here for you, it's, that it's a repair. It's something that you're going through that is going to make you better. But there's a period of isolation around it, which might be making you feel uncomfortable because you have to sit there with yourself, with your own thoughts, with like the arsehole of your mind, and sort of thinking, am I going to get better? Am I going to recover? And for some of you, it has quite highlighted who's there for you and who isn't, what support you have around you. It is very difficult when you have like surgery or an accident or something that kind of decapitates you to the point, not decapitates, what? Debilitates you to the point where like you can't get out and about, you can't drive. It really is quite telling who actually likes spending time with you, because you will find that there are people that you don't see them during that time. They have no intention of coming to see you unless you can get to them. And it really is quite an eye-opener. So somebody probably needed to hear that today. So this energy you're in right now, this new moon, you are building resilience. You are building the strength and the courage to do things for yourself and by yourself, which obviously, as humans, we don't want to be by ourselves all the time. It's not healthy to be by yourself all the time. You do need other people, but you're also not going to sacrifice your precious time for people that you feel like it's just, they're just spending time with me because they think they need to, or, if you've been friends with them for a long time, they're inviting you to things because they think they should, You want depth, you want truth, and people who are actually authentic with you. Something's going to surprise you today. I keep getting this. Something is going to surprise you. And it's because you've taken a chance to go and do something by yourself. So like I say, I can see somebody going away on holiday or taking yourself somewhere and actually embracing the freedom that you have. I think you didn't realise that before, how much freedom you actually do have. And you're going to get to a point where, like, say, for instance, if what's happened here has taken you out of your work for a little while, maybe you've got like a couple of weeks off or something, it's actually helping you to really understand what is important to you and what isn't. For somebody here, I feel like you may have just recently had a baby. Congratulations if that is you. But I feel like it's in those moments, maybe in the middle of the night when you're feeding, things like that you are starting to feel a bit like, I like this, or I don't want to go back to what I was doing before. So there's some significant shifts and changes going on mentally right now, not necessarily in the physical, but you are starting to prepare with Issa there. It's like you're on buffer right now. You're processing, you're kind of processing things. Okay, and part of that process is actually you not running out the door anymore and slowing things down and forgiving yourself. So what I mean by that, first thing I got there is that I feel like you may have been a bit of a people pleaser, or you've always put other people's emotions ahead of your own. For some of you, this could be like your mother, father, siblings, that kind of thing. It's like you always try and do what you feel is best for them. But now I feel that you are in a different kind of position. You feel more responsible yourself for you. And you're forgiving a lot. You might even be forgiving like your parents, things like that, you know? You see everything for what it is. Maybe you've had some realizations, especially if you've just had a baby, that kind of energy. You may start to be like, okay, this is hard, actually. Now I understand why my mom was like this, or why my dad was like that, yeah? Like, why my mom was angry all the time and why my dad was never around all the time, that kind of thing, yeah? It's just something like that I feel. But you're starting to, whatever this is today, you're starting to get the energy back to do something. There's a little bit of inspiration coming here, yeah? And you're coming out of that hermit mode with an extra strength. It's like you found this really resilient, strong forward movement. Almost like, you know, nothing could get in your way right now. Nothing can stop you. You've seen all of this in a dream as well, I feel. Or you've had a dream recently that shook you to a point of like, I want to be there. Like if you dreamt of a place, it's like, I want to go there. I want to be there. Maybe that's why you've taken yourself off to a place right now. I keep seeing Gebo around in nature as well today, which is a rune of like balance, giving and receiving in love. And what you're creating for yourself through through isolating yourself a little bit. It's making people realise actually how important you are to them as well, and what they've lost. Because I feel like somebody has lost you at this point. Now, whether this is romantic or whether it's family, but it's very important. It was important to you, but I feel like you've just got fed up with it now. And with other things going on in your life, you've had to just crack on. I feel like that's where the forgiveness comes in. I think that's what you are forgiving here, is like, you know, look, this doesn't work for you, but this is how I want to live my life, so that's that. It doesn't feel good though. I don't feel like I'm talking to somebody that feels really good in themselves right now. You're a little bit fragile at this time. So what can we tell you for this new moon that's going to help you through that? I do feel like you're doing all the right things though, definitely. And you're right to not fully commit to anything at this time. You're right to sort of keep your options open. There's definitely a feeling of that. Don't head into something right now. It doesn't mean you've got to put your boundaries up though. Allow yourself to have experiences, but don't be afraid to say like, oh no, I don't feel like doing that right now. You know, even if you did yesterday, just be sort of like honest. No, that doesn't work for me. Oh, I've got a spider crawling up my leg as well, which this looks like a money spider to me. Can you see him? So yeah, for some of you, there's a bit of an opportunity coming through here. Because you've walked away from games, whenever you feel something is not really for you, or just to fill a gap or fill some kind of somebody else's ideal of you. Sorry, I'm trying to get this spider off me. Yeah, you're walking away from anything gamey. And if somebody did have maybe a way of manipulating you before, they don't have that power over you anymore. You've learnt a big lesson here. You've learnt something about yourself. You can see through lies now. When people aren't really telling you the truth, or they're trying to get you to do things for their own benefit, I feel like you're realising that. But I see you doing things. There's a particular person in your life as well. This could be like a family member or a new relationship or something, but you will be spending time with this person and moving more away from people that you don't feel you can trust. There's a real lot of options coming through here. Get in touch if you want to book a reading around